Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. In the past, a couple of days ago, we played Blue-Red Pheonix. Today we are playing the mono-red version of that. So you basically trade out all the cantrips, or the blue cantrips, and the Sprite Dragon, and as a trade-off, instead you get access to the Ox, Hollowed One, and you also get to have some Madness cards as well. So that is the deck. Also we're playing Rootwaller as well. So that is the list. Let's get into some games. This hand looks okay. Turn 1 Dragon's Rage Channeler is pretty hard to turn down in this deck, so we'll go ahead and keep this. Opponent leads off with one of the new creature lands into a Centaur. So that is whenever you cast a non-creature spell for the first time each turn, you have to pay whatever its power is, or they get to draw a card, which is incredibly annoying for us. All of a sudden, our first cantrip of the turn is going to cost 2 mana, unless we want to give our opponents cards, which we really don't want to be doing. And they go into Luminarch Aspirant. So they're going to put the counter on here, so now we have to pay 2. So we are pretty much just going to be having to give them card draw, unfortunately. There's not really a lot we can do about it, so I think we're just going to get it over and done with, unknowingly heat it. Obviously we can't pay 2, so we will have to decline. Ooh, Faithless Looting we definitely want, we'll keep that on top. And I'm trying to figure out if we want to use one of our 1 mana spells now. The reason I don't want to is because Faithless Looting plus these 2 is 3 cards for our Arc-like Pheonix next turn. That also means that we could play the Hollowed One for free as well. So I'm kind of tempted to not play a spell here. We're also going to lose the Surveil value as well from this, because we want to keep the Faithless Looting on top. Yeah, the only way this really... I don't even know if we want to attack. Yeah, I think we're happy to attack here, because if they make this as a... if they block here, then we get rid of their creature that's just going to get bigger and bigger. This card can become quite a bit of a pain. The mono white list that is like just basically playing rares up the curve, like you've got Esper-Centaur, you've got Thalia's Lieutenant, Luminarch Aspirant. It's just a bunch of good cards. So the mono white list is literally just all the rares in mono white. It's great. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. So whenever you cast a second spell of a turn, you get a 1/1. Sure. So that can be quite pesky for our Arc-like Pheonix. So they're going to whack us for 2 here. Oh no, they're going to put it on the Spirit, so the Spirit can trade with the Pheonix, I expect. So we'll take the 1. I did not know that was an instant. Doesn't really change anything, I don't think. So we're going to lead off with Crash Through, I think. Yeah. So we'll get the Surveil value here first. We're pretty much just looking for a land at this point. I can't think of anything else that'd be better. Maybe a Faithless Looting. Don't know what our opponent is thinking about. Obviously the only thing they can do is sack their bodyguard. But that doesn't seem like a very beneficial thing to do here. I guess we will just wait for them to pass priority. What are their card sleeves? Oh, that's pretty sick actually. That reminds me of, after seeing their name, that reminds me of Forge World from Halo... not 3... Halo Reach. Yeah, that proper reminds me of the map where you could build in the sky. I think our opponent must be AFK or something, because there's obviously nothing that they could be thinking of doing here. It's not like there's a Convoke card that they would be considering using or anything. There we go. Yeah, so we're just straight away going to get rid of that. That is not a land. And nor is that. So we're going to use Faithless Looting. I think is probably better because it draws us 2 cards. The 1 life is not too relevant. Perfect. We'll keep that on top. We draw that and another Faithless Look. That's fantastic. So we'll just got the Pheonix, obviously, and the Ox. And then we might as well cast another Faithless Looting if we're going to do any other 1-mana spell. Fiery Temper, no, we don't want that. We don't have the mana to cast it for its madness, unfortunately. Discard 2 cards. We'll get rid of the Merchant, and I'm almost tempted to get rid of Hollow One. How much do we care about a 4/4? I'm not convinced that much. Yeah, it also should enable Delirium. Yeah. So we get the Pheonix back, and we have to attack with the Channeler. I think we just want to attack with the Pheonix as well. Yeah, because we can just get back the Pheonix again next turn anyway, so it's not an issue. And I don't really want our opponent to be storing up a bunch of flyers. Another Aspirant, that's not good for us, and the Bodyguard. So they can make another Spirit, and now they can make it a 3/3 if they want. Wait, what? They're not putting on their flyers? Oh, okay, they just want to get in for some damage and keep churning out more 1/1s, I guess. Oh, that is probably one of the best draws we could have had. Yeah, let's looting first, see what we get. Just looking for more Phoenixes, and that is perfect, that's one of them. So we'll get rid of... Actually, we kind of want this mountain, right? I guess it's not essential. So we could go Channeler, land, and then a removal spell, and then like Ox next turn to get some more mana. Sorry, some more cards to use. Or do we just get rid of 2 creatures? No, I think we need to keep the removal spells. We'll get rid of... I don't know, the Channeler is really good here, because then we've got 2 Surveil cards as well, which is really strong. That's a really hard decision to make there. Or Fury first. Get rid of the mountain. And get another mountain. And then we'll Unholy Heat. I guess the 4/4. So we get to Surveil again, and yeah, we're not really doing anything with the Root Waller, so we'll get rid of that. Oh, I guess we can still do this then. And we've got 2 Phoenixes to bring back, so we're going to have the Phoenix on blocking duty and the Channelers to get in some damage. Wait, how likely were we to die? Oh, they've got a creature land which costs 4 or 5? 5. Maybe it was right to attack with 3, and then what we take is this beginning of combat. Yeah. 3, 6, 9, and then oh, I guess they can block 1 now, block 1 next time. So we'd only get in for a maximum of 3. But, yeah, I don't know. It's too hard to say if I don't think we'd be able to guarantee lethal next turn. So if we attack for now, they go down to 13. We're going to have to use something to chump block. I guess then we could bring the Phoenix back, but that's not guaranteed. I think the longer the game goes on, we are probably better off, just because we've got 2 Surveils for every every card that we use, or every instant and sorcery, which is most of the deck. We've also got the Ox in the graveyard, but we are only on 8. So they're both keeping the same aspirant alive here. Our opponent is really using their clock this game. I do really like the deck that they're playing. I think it's a really good option. It's just a really good deck across the entire curve. Your 1-drops are good, your 2-drops are good, your 3-drops are good. Yeah. And also Thalia, which I'm pretty sure is in Historic, and Esper Senator both are really good against all the blue-red Pheonix decks. I guess we should probably just start off with the Ox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's keep the hollow one in there. We want to keep the hollow one in there because it's an artifact and a creature for Delirium. So we'll lose. I guess we're going to ditch this one anyway, so it didn't make a huge difference. Our opponent is playing very, very slow. They must be doing something else at the same time, because there's not really anything they could be thinking of, is there? Eventually they will time out and they concede. What the fuck? Okay, I guess they just... I don't know what was going on there. I think we probably were ahead. I don't know, actually, to be fair. That felt really close. Anyway, I guess we're going to go to the next one. This is a tough one. So we've got one land, which is obviously not ideal, but we've got Crash Through and a Dragon's Rage Channeler, and we're on the draw. So we've got the Channeler on turn 1. Turn 2, we have a potential to draw a land. We then cast Crash Through, Surveil, get rid of a card, draw another one. So that's 3 draws on turn 2. I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. It's got a Pheonix in hand. It's got Unholy Heat as well, which is just like one of the best pieces of removal in the format. Yeah, I think we'll keep this. Seems okay. This could very easily be a bad keep. Depending on... Okay, yeah, never mind. All of a sudden, I'm absolutely fine with keeping this hand. It's ridiculous how good Faithless Looting is in this deck. I mean, it's really good in any deck it's in, really, as long as it fits the theme. I can see why it was banned in Modern. And we've just drawn another one. Holy shit. So we could play a hollowed one this turn for free. Oh, are they going to counter it? That would not be cool. Ah, sweet. Discard 2 cards, the Pheonix and the Ox. Play another land, and I guess we're just looting again. We'll get to play the hollowed one for free. And we'll just keep looking for more Phoenixes to go in the bin. Yeah, I'm more than happy just to keep aggressively looting here. We might as well get rid of the Root Waller. And I guess a Ruins, yeah. Turned out to be a pretty good keep. The Root Wall is a very, very minor in this deck, from my experience. That in Historic, the ground gets like built up really quickly. Every deck seems to have some random shit on the board. So I find that the root wallers don't tend to get in very often. Oh, the opponent's playing Tybalt's Trickery. This deck is everywhere on this ladder. See how quickly they can go off? Oh, okay. Sure. That definitely slows us down for a while. We'll lead off with a crash through. Did we actually get a Pheonix in the bin? 1. So we can get the Pheonix into play this turn. And then next time we can just play the Ox if we need to. Yeah, if we play the Ox next turn, they'll go down to, what's that, 7, so down to 5. So then the Ox will be lethal, and so will the Hollowed One and the Pheonix together. Yeah, I don't really see a benefit to playing these. So you do want to keep one land in your graveyard, ideally, because it's the hardest thing to get into the graveyard. I guess tough. Because I'd rather keep a Faithless Looting in, obviously. Because if we can flash that back, you can very easily put a land into the graveyard and some other stuff. We might as well attack with these. And we might as well play another 4/4. And just hope our opponent doesn't have the oh, they're going to make another token, sure. Like they could still win. That's the crazy thing about the Tybalt's Trickery deck. You can do some absolutely ridiculous things. Here we go. Well, that's not going to do it. But it does allow them to draw 2 cards, which could be enough to Tybalt's Trickery, so deal 4 damage, kill the Ox, and then draw 2 cards and make a 4/4. Oh, they're going 4 damage to face? What the fuck? Okay, they want to get rid of the evasion. Yeah, I can see that. And they just concede. Yeah, sweet. They didn't manage to get it, and I don't know. Like, they weren't guaranteed even if they Tybalt's Trickery to win or not. Like, they had a good chance of getting something good, but we had a lot of board stake. So on to the next one. Again, another 1-lander, but we've got a Faithless Looting, we've got a Warlord's Fury, and a Crash Through. We've got so much card draw here, this is fine. Or should be fine. And we're against the Shaman's deck, which is sweet. We just go ahead and Faithless Looting here. Ooh, do we want the Pheonix in the graveyard, or do we want to just put... I think we just want to put 2 Root Wallers into play first. Yeah, that seems way better. And then next time we Faithless Looting, we can put the Pheonix into the graveyard if we want to. But this way we get some creatures on board. So our opponent's going to get 2 mana here, and let's see what their other creature is. Okay. We really need removal at this point. Oh shit, and another land, I didn't even realise. Oh really? No land? That is super unfortunate. Oh, they can really go off now. No, they can't. They don't have a green source for Collector Company. So we'll take 2 here, and then we've got 4 cards in graveyard. 2 more puts us up to 6 if we want to Ox. We don't really want to be Oxing anytime soon. I think we're going to keep these back. Still no land. If we don't get a land here, then it's pretty much, yeah, we're just going to concede. This game is over. I really didn't think we would come into issues of lands with that many cantrips and card draw, but unfortunately we did. Our opponent had a reasonably good start. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. But yeah, on to the next one. So those were some of the games that I played. I'll be honest, this deck did not play well at all. There were a couple of games where it functioned okay, but it felt incredibly inconsistent. I feel like it needs more removal and also somehow more card draw. I don't know, it just didn't seem great at all. I don't think the Root Wallers worked well in the deck, and I also found that the hollow ones maybe didn't work out too well either. I really don't know how to fix this deck. There's probably a good combination of cards in the mono red version, but every time I was playing it, I just felt like I would be better off just playing the blue red version. The blue red version seems way more consistent because you've got access to Consider and Opt. You've also got the Sprite Dragon as well, which is just another threat, and as well as that you've got actual like card advantage with Expressive Iteration. So if you like the mono red list, as much as I hate to say it, you're probably better off playing the blue red version, and I do not say that lightly because I would much rather play mono red if I could, but the blue red deck felt so much more powerful. I don't know how many games I've got that I'll include in this video, just because most of them were just absolutely dire. Like it was not even something that people would want to watch. It's just obsessive card drawing into nothing and then passing the turn. I wish this deck was better, and I hope that someone can build like a tier 1 version of it. I definitely have not done that today. If you want to see more videos, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to see any decks in pretty much any format, Legacy, Standard, Modern, Historic, Pioneer, then leave them in the comments, leave me links, and I'll probably check them out. Thanks for watching. Peace.